Hello guys, welcome back to Beyond the Realms and a Hitchcock takeover here on my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing his film from 1955 entitled The Trouble with Harry. And this of course comes out of the Alfred Hitchcock Masterpiece Collection Blu-ray box set. The Trouble with Harry is a very different film for Alfred Hitchcock. It is a full-on comedy, a black comedy slash screwball comedy is what they called it. And you know, I have to say it's really different than any of his other films that I've ever seen so far. It still has the suspense elements that you come to expect from Hitchcock, but with it being a comedy, it's just very, very different. And I have to say, overall, I can't think of another film like this I've even seen. It's just really different. But the movie starts out with a little boy named Arnie Rogers, which is played by a very young Jerry Mathers from Leave It to Beaver. He stumbles upon the body of Harry, and it's right at about the same time this guy named Captain Albert Wiles is out shooting. He's out hunting, and he thinks that he shot this guy. And the kid finds him, and Albert Wiles is hiding, trying to figure out how he can cover this up and get away with it and not get caught because it was an accident. And Albert Wiles is actually played by Edmund Gwynn, which everybody knows him as the Santa Claus from Miracle on 34th Street. But also, there's other people that get involved with this. There's Miss Ivy Gravely, and Sam Marlowe, and also what's her name, Jennifer Rogers. They all think that they had something to do with Harry dying. Each one of them has a different circumstance that happens that they believe brought Harry to his death. So all of them are conspiring throughout the film to try to cover up the death and what happened. Tried to bury him, get rid of the body, cover up the evidence and all this stuff. And the funny thing is, and where the black comedy comes in, is none of them seem to care at all that Harry is dead. And actually, Jennifer Rogers, which is played by very young Shirley MacLaine, she is actually happy that Harry is dead because she was married to him, and she thinks that she brought about his death, but she's also okay with all these other explanations too, just as long as he's out of the picture. So, the whole film is basically them trying to figure out exactly what to do about the murder. And Sam Marlowe, that's played by John Forsythe, he is an artist, and he didn't have anything to do with it, with the actual murder or Harry passing away, but he also is in with the cover-up. Like, he really wants to help all these people cover up this murder for some reason. He's a very unique guy, I guess you could say, unique artist, and his character is just very unique, very pompous in a way, and just very forthright with people. Like, he ends up falling in love with Jennifer Rogers over the course of the movie and proposes to her and all this stuff, and Jennifer isn't sure that she wants to do this, and she even tells him, she's like, I'm not sure, I'll have to get back to you. Well, when she does get back to him and decides she wants to marry him, he even says, oh, I almost forgot that I proposed to you, and all this stuff. It's just very weird. Not in a bad way, it's very screwball, very oddball type comedy. And when he first proposed to her, she even said, I don't know, I'm a free spirit and all this. And he's like, well, we can be free, we can still be married and be free. So I don't know if he's like alluding to them having an open relationship or what. But for 1955, I would guess to say that this is really pushing the envelope type material to have in a film. And even when she accepts his proposal, he begins to kiss her, and it's right in front of everybody else too. And she says, "Oh, you might want to watch that. I have a short fuse." You know, like she's going to really get turned on, I guess, and just attack him. That's the way I took it. I don't know, maybe I'm just a pervert, but that's the way it seemed. But The Trouble with Harry, like I said, is just a very different film, and I really don't know how to feel about this. You know, I just watched it. It's my first time seeing it. I liked it, but I think it's a type of film that you need to really see a few times to really take in, because the comedy elements from this time period is just so different. Like, there was nothing that really made me laugh per se, you know, like laugh out loud type moments, but I did find it humorous, and it did have a fun element to it. But I just think it's a type that you need to see a few times to really let sink in, you know, all the little subtleties to it. But it's a great film, guys. I really liked it, but for right now, I'm only going to give The Trouble with Harry a 5 out of 10. You know, and that's not taking anything away from it. I just think I need to see it more, let it sink in. But for right now, it's one of the lesser favorite Hitchcock films I've seen, but I still recommend it because of it being so different. Like I said, it still has those suspense elements to it, but with it being a comedy and just a more fun type of film, it really makes it different, you know, and it really shows, you know, it really opens up that master of suspense title that Hitchcock has, because he can even take a comedy and make it suspenseful, you know. So, yeah, guys, that is The Trouble with Harry. You can find it in this Blu-ray box set. You can find it on DVD. It is for rent on iTunes. So, yeah, it's out there. It's very easy to find. So, I hope you all are doing well, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good one.